Coffee with the Commish, coming to you from Wall, New Jersey, where today I am joined by Mean Machine, our second repeat guest on the program. Mean Machine, how are you?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Are you really happy to be here?
Yeah, I'm babysitting tonight, but it comes with the territory, I guess.
Well, you're one of the guests I most look forward to having on this program because I know you love talking about yourself and being on the hot seat.
One-word answers, okay.
What kind of coffee are we drinking?
I have no clue.
This is Dunkin' Donuts, I think, medium blend. We're in La Isla Hoboken mugs, so let me take a sip of that. Again, world history, that's coffee you're drinking in the evening hours, so...
I'll be up till tomorrow evening now.
Yeah, how come you're so strict about that? Just because you're up all night?
No, I have my cup of coffee in the morning when I get up, and that's all I need.
I know you're big into Nespresso lately. What's that about?
Well, it's like having an extra half a cup of coffee. I don't want 2 cups, so I go for the extra half.
Okay. Well, you know how this works. We're going to start talking about you. We're going to talk fantasy football, and then some of the new twists and turns for our repeat guests. You saw last week on the Pops Fish episode, 2 Truths and a Lie. We'll also talk some trivia and some hit and run. Sound good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so last year we talked a lot about retirement life for you, but we never really talked about what you did career-wise leading up to those glory years. So maybe share the league what you did trading commodities and how fun that was.
I was on the floor of the Commish, Commodities Exchange, in New York City for close to, exactly 30 years full time, and then another 5 or 6 years afterwards. I traded in the ring mostly metals. I traded copper, silver, gold. I also traded gold, oils, and also some interest rates. It all depends on what moves the most. I had clients for years. I got tired of making their money, so I went on my own around 1990, and I traded in the ring for myself for years. The floor is a rough atmosphere. It's not like a regular business atmosphere with the shirt and tie and jacket. No, we were a bunch of animals down there.
Well, hold that thought. We might be revisiting that later on in this interview, but everyone knows that you are an avid runner. I wanted to ask you, how many total marathons have you run in your life?
I don't know the exact number, but I'll put it between like at least 15.
At least 15 marathons. What was your fastest time and where?
My fastest time was 2 hours, 50 minutes, and some change, and that was in New York City.
What was your favorite marathon?
Boston.
No hesitation. Why is that?
It's a runner's marathon. It's not a freak show. It's all the major marathons now. It's mostly charities, and so people who shouldn't even be running marathons are in these races. But in Boston, although they have a lot of qualifiers for charities now also, but back when I was doing them, mostly it's all runners. It's all people who had to qualify to get there, and it's just a great run. It's not like New York with 50,000 people. It's back when I was doing it was maybe 9 or 10,000, and it's actually starts 25 miles out of Boston, and you're running 25 miles straight downhill mostly, except for Agony Hill, 22-mile mark. But it's a nice flow, nice scenery. People have the day off up there. It's great. It's my favorite marathon.
So we do have some breaking news on this program. One that's probably going to very disappoint greatly, Untouchable, and that's your racing days are over.
Yep, I retired from competitive racing, but I'm still going to run every day. I enjoy running, and if I want to continue to enjoy running, I got to cut out the competitive stuff.
So will you do a 5K with the Commish?
I'll do a 5K. I'll more like jog a 5K. I won't race a 5K.
So my pace then.
Okay.
So let's play a game, 2 Truths and a Lie. This failed miserably last week with Pops Fish, but maybe we could do better this time around. So the way it works, I'd like you to make 3 statements about yourself.
Okay.
2 of them are going to be true, and 1 of them will be a lie. It could be anything, nothing. It doesn't have to be anything life-revealing. It could be hobbies, just interesting factoids, places you've traveled to, whatever. And I'm going to leave it up to the league to send in an email to the Commish guessing which one is the lie.
I can't do 3 lies?
You can't do 3 lies. Whoever gets it right first will get a nice kudos from the commish in the weekly notes. So, ready?
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. First,
It could be in any order, so just don't
Okay.
say true or false.
that I received an MBA from a prominent business school back in the day and never used it for anything I ever worked in my life. Second, I still own at least one track record at Penn State. Third, in the last 25 years, I've run the equivalent of the circumference of the Earth twice, which is equivalent to about 50,000 miles.
There you have it. So you have an MBA you've never used, you still own one track record at Penn State, and you run the circumference of the Earth not once but twice. Those are your
Okay.
2 truths and a lie. So a challenge to the league. First, email the commish which one the lie is. Gets a nice kudos from me. Okay, let's talk some business. Fantasy football. It's your 11th season in the league. Your career record to date, as of now, is 95-63. That's a 601 winning percentage, second behind just Blue Moon as far as winning percentage is concerned. Last year, you went 9-4. You finished in 4th place. Heartbreaking loss in the 3rd place game to Blue Moon by a fraction of a point. But this year, you're off to a 3-0 start. You're the only undefeated team left. You've just been dominating so far. You're coming off an impressive victory over Giants Rule. How do you feel about this team?
Well, like any other team from before, I'm overachieving right now. My team's not that good. I've got a couple of guys who score all the points. Look at my roster. It's a bunch of average people on my team this year. So I gotta either get somebody on the waivers or get some awful luck to continue this streak.
It's classic Mean Machine, underselling, but of course over-delivering. So last week on Coffee with the Commish with Pop's Fish, we talked about the In-Laws Throwdown, which is a challenge between Pop's Fish, or it's with Pop's Fish, Untouchable, and Garden State Grinders versus the 3 Moors.
Okay.
To this date, the Moors lead the series 2-1. Drug-infested Den has defeated Untouchable and Pop's Fish. Untouchable, unfortunately, defeated yours truly. Are you in on this?
I'm in.
So losers take the winners to breakfast, I believe was the challenge.
Okay.
So we're going to win this thing?
Probably not, but I'm in.
Sounds good. We've only played 3 weeks of the 2019 season so far, but at this juncture, which team are you afraid of most? Who do you think is the biggest challenger for a championship?
Well, the biggest challenger, somehow I already beat him. Blue Moon, I would say, is the biggest challenger. And I luckily got by that one. So I would guess after that is all the guys in the league that take this way too serious, which is another 10 teams.
And also last week, I asked Pop's Fish, who he'd like to see produce additional content, because we're getting videos left and right these days. His selection was Madison Hedgecox. Who would you like to see produce some bonus content for the league?
Oh, for sure, Freehold, Untouchable.
Yeah?
I would love to see him get behind the camera and pop up some sort of video to us ranting about something. It would be awesome.
That'd be my vote as well. So let's jump into some anonymous questions. So these are 3 real questions from real members of the league, of course, sent in anonymously.
Can't wait.
So they are interesting. You ready to go?
Go.
The first question, again from an anonymous league member, he would like to know your Thanksgiving stuffing recipe.
Okay. Breadcrumbs, sausage, ground beef, garlic, butter. That's about it. Onions. Mix them all any way you like, and then it comes out good.
I hope that satisfied the anonymous questioner there.
Is he thinking of having Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I think he just wants to eat your stuff.
And I'm not driving 8 hours to get there?
I can't tell you who that's from. It's anonymous. Question number 2. If you were the #1 football player in the country, so the #1 high school football recruit, you're a senior, you're looking at colleges, Penn State was not an option, where would you go? Any other school?
Penn State's not an option.
Penn State's not an option for whatever reason. James Franklin does not like it.
They're still on the frozen list. Alabama.
Why is that?
It's a nice part of the country. Best coaching in the whole college sports, and good chance of winning a national championship.
Roll Tide. Third question, and I told you we'd be getting back to this, is give us the most bizarre, unbelievable, crazy thing that happened to you or that happened during your years working at the New York Mercantile Exchange. No names, just a funny story, a classic memory, whether somebody had a heart attack or somebody got arrested or anything that comes to mind on your floors of the exchange.
Yeah, there's so many classic stories. There's a guy who got a snake put in his sandwich, but that's not the
snake put in his sandwich.
There's another guy who tried to choke somebody to death but couldn't get his grip up. But I'll go with one of the most recent ones before I left the floor. We were trading, and it was loud and busy, and I felt something like leaning against me, and I look over. It's an older trader, and eyes are closed, and he's like falling. I'm going down with him now, and sure enough, he goes down, and the guy's in the middle of a heart attack, and trading's still going on all around him and everything, and people are stepping over him, and they cart him over to the side, and the paramedics come, and we actually stopped trading, but paramedics come, and they're working on him, and they open up his shirt and his big, ugly, fat belly, and I said right there to myself, you know what, I'm not dying in this place. I'm going home. I'm trading from home from now on.
This is like that scene in Trading Places where I think Mortimer has a heart attack, and the brother's like, hell with him.
Yeah.
Snake in the sandwich, though? That's not the weirdest one? What is that about?
No, there's another guy who when we worked at the Ford World Trade Center, he took a chair and threw it right through the window and went down into the courtyard. Almost killed some people.
Wow. Yeah, I'm in the wrong field, huh?
Wow.
Good stuff. So some good questions. Appreciate the anonymous members of the league for submitting those. Let's play some league trivia. As a reminder, 3 questions. If you get all 3 correct, you'll get a $5 coffee gift card, because I know you frequent coffee shops often. Before we actually, you haven't drank any of your coffee. Take a sip.
Yeah, I did.
Here's it there.
Okay.
Great.
Can you already feel it like?
So question 1. 5 teams in the league have a career record below 500. Can you name 4 of them?
Shake and bake.
That is 1.
Pops Fish.
2.
Grinders. Jimmy Legs.
That is correct.
1 more.
1 more. You technically got 1 wrong already, but I'll let you go
Okay.
here.
Giants Rule.
No. Your answers are Drug-Infested Den, Jimmy Legs, Shake and Bake,
Drug-Infested Den.
Untouchable, and Pops Fish.
Wow. That wouldn't come up.
Some rough years where Ryan was getting ripped off by Sal Regliata early on. Question 2. Name 3 defunct teams from the league. Team names, not the actual people.
Oh, not my nicknames for them?
There's one I'll let you do the nickname, because I think the league will love it.
All right, that was Cock and Balls.
That was Cock and Fire, Joe Stacy, but your name was obviously better.
One man Wolfpack.
That is 1.
And
I'm going to give you Cock and Fire, so that's 2.
and I need 3.
You need 1 more.
Oh, somebody I played. Oh, Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry, there you go. That's 3. Last question. I'll say you got both for the first 2 questions correct, so $5 coffee gift card in line here. You joined the Moore League in 2009. Who won the championship during your rookie season?
Oh, I think I remember this because I had to play them the first week of the season, and for some reason, we had to play that team again the last week of the season.
Don't say that name because that's not the answer.
Oh, really?
The Mountaineers lost that championship to 5,
Don't know.
4, Crazy Fools.
Oh, wow.
2009 Moore League champions. So no coffee gift card, but ready to play hit and run?
Yep, go ahead.
As a reminder, I'm going to throw out some questions to you. First thing that comes to mind, you answer with. Ready?
Go ahead.
Favorite restaurant in Monmouth County?
Drew's Bayshore Bistro. Keep it.
The last time you sat down and ate in Orlando's Pizza and Cold Snack, what year?
I don't know. What year did you guys play Little League Baseball?
Mid-90s.
Yeah, I'll say 96.
I know you're not much of an international traveler. Sorry, folks. Apparently our babysitter upstairs cannot handle the Maltese barking. I know you're not much of an international traveler, but the country you'd most like to visit?
Italy.
Italy. Which part?
The coast.
Ah, the Amalfi Coast. Very nice. Historical figure you'd most like to have dinner with? Could be anybody in the history of the world.
John Rockefeller.
No hesitation. Wow. I hope he would pick up the bill there.
Oh, sure. Or give me one of his dimes.
Most memorable sports moment of your life? Anything, whether you played, whether it was Penn State or any other team.
January 2nd, 1987. I was out in Tempe, Arizona to watch Penn State win a national championship against the heavily favored Miami Hurricanes with Vinny Testaverde, a Heisman Trophy winner.
You were there for that. And I think that term national championship might be a foreign term to some of our...
That was actually the last time they won it.
Well, I think that term is foreign to our West Virginia contingent in the league.
Okay.
Just had to throw that in there. Where was I here? Favorite football movie? Not a chick flick, don't worry, football movie.
Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans. Which name do you prefer most for Sean Combs? Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Puffy, Diddy, or his new name, Brother Love?
Come on.
Which one do you prefer?
Dopey.
Dopey?
Silly. What was his first one?
Puff
What's
Daddy.
his real name?
Sean Combs is his real name.
Okay, I'll go with that.
What is? Oh, okay. He was born in 1969, so he's closer to your age than mine. So you should know this stuff. We discussed how you're an avid runner. Person in the league that you would most like to go on a run with.
To go on a run with. How about the Mountaineers? Because he's all into training. He can tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong. Maybe get my stride better or something.
There's your 4A health plug for the episode.
Glad to help.
Untouchable or freehold?
Freehold.
Which member of the league would win a beer chugging contest? One pint of beer, you just down it.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake, really?
Just looks like he can handle it.
Say something nice about Giants. Rule.
Very tall.
And the final question, if you were trapped in a foxhole, which person in the league would you want to be in there with to help get you out? You're under enemy attack.
I guess I'll go with Giants rule. He can cover the most area around me to keep me safe. He could pick something up and throw it 90 miles an hour at somebody who's attacking us. So Giants rule.
That's a good pick. So you get one question for the commish.
I forgot about this.
Everybody does.
All right, you're a Jersey Shore guy now, so you got right down the street. You have access to the dock and the Manasquan River. How soon are we going to see you out there in a kayak?
Are you buying a kayak?
You going to go out and use it?
Probably not. That's a story for another time.
More of a jet ski guy, I guess. They need to go fast.
Yeah, that's a story for another time for the league. There's some history there. Well, that's it for this week's episode of Coffee with the Commish. That's Mean Machine, and we'll see you again next week.